What up? What up? What up? What up? Tap. It's the Monday jump off number 88. I am Fresh. Thank you for rocking out with me this morning. Cheers. Good morning. It's been a long weekend. I feel like I've been everywhere. So we're going to get right into it. I just want to grab my notes real quick. Got some notes for this one. And let's just open up with a reading. Today's September 19th, 2022, 4:35 a.m. Had a little problem logging on. Glad I got that together. I guess they say Mercury's in retrograde. So let's just go right in. It's really interesting how sometimes everything just coincides with what you're talking about. So it says, weather the storm. Storms come, the lightning flashes, thunder rolls. Sometimes the hell pounds so loudly and insensibly it becomes frightening. Sometimes storms do damage, but storms are not forever. Just as nature plays out her storms, sometimes with violence, sometimes with gray days, sometimes with gentle cleansing rain, we have storms in our lives, storms in our soul. Storms are a part of life, part of growth, part of the journey. Light a candle, wrap up warmly, make yourself safe and secure. Then wait for the storm to pass, knowing it will. Let peace return, let security return, let joy and meaning come back. The certain faith that you have that you have purpose in your life is on track. Thought that was good. It's from Journey of the Heart. We rock with different books. And yeah, let's talk about these haters. I guess that's what we would call them, right? But I think hater is so broad. I'd rather just say the four negative attributes of man. But before we really get into that, why people do a lot of the things you do, because all this, rappers being killed for chains, or people running down on you because of your material goods or what have you, or your car. It's nothing new, to be honest. It's really nothing new. Nothing has changed since, my era. Only thing is now it's just filmed. But the same raccoon, possums, roaches, rats that ran the street in the 90s, 2000, they run the street now. There's really nothing new. It's just recorded. And I don't know why people make it seem like it's a new phenomenon. But that hate has, has just been around, and so I broke it down with the imps of the hater, right? Let me get my notes. So the four imps of the four negatives. These are the four things that begin to build in people that make them become a hater, or what we would consider a hater, right? Or somebody that's just really, we got to start with cowardice, right? Number one is cowardice. Number two is laziness. Number three is entitlement. And number four is weakness. So we got cowardice, laziness, entitlement, and weakness. Those are the four imps. Imps are like little spirits that get on you that you really can't see. They're small. And they, in mythology, they crawl by your ear and they tell you to do things and or what not to do, So let's just define. So the words that we use have to be defined. So cowardice, a lack of bravery, courage, firmness of purpose. A lack of bravery, courage, firmness of purpose. Next is laziness, the quality of being unwilling to work or use energy. Idleness, do not want to make an effort at something. No effort being made, right? But idleness is the workshop of all avoid wild things with people. They say the average American wastes 21 hours a week doing just things that will not benefit them. 21 hours a week on average. So all that, you don't have time to work out, you don't have time to read, you got 21 hours. All right. So we just continuing on. This is really important. Entitlement, the belief that one is inherently deserving of privileges or special treatment that they did not work for. I repeat, the belief that one is inherently deserving of privileges or special treatment that they did not earn. The fourth imp of the four negative, of the negatives of the hater is weakness. And weakness is described as a disadvantage or fault, a person or thing that one is unable to resist or likes excessively. Once again, a disadvantage or fault, a person or thing that one is unable to resist or likes excessively. So those are the four. Those are the four things that you see why people join particular groups, because it gives them a certain power. Why people, it's the first thing they saying they're going to get their gun. Why people is always complaining about the success of others, or they deem success as being some type of Illuminati cult craziness, like especially in Black America, maybe Black people around the globe, I don't know. I only can speak from the Black American standpoint. And a lot of times you hear that, yeah, this person made it, right? Hold on. Like, this person made it, but they sold their soul. There's something thing. And it doesn't be like that. It just really be time under tension. You do something for 20 or 30 years at a high level, you're going to get a high benefit. I repeat, you do anything for 10 to 20 years at a high level, and you focus all your energy, you're going to have high results. That's it. There's no more to it. Like, I can't explain it. So yeah, you sacrifice your time, you sacrifice your effort, you're sacrificing your willpower towards something. Yeah, something has to give. But sacrifice doesn't mean like you're drinking goat's blood. And that's the sign of a hater. That's the task of somebody who feels entitled, right? That's a sign of, when people say that, people are really showing their laziness toward life. And that's another thing why people join certain groups, large groups like a pack of wolves, because it is their weakness and their cowardice. It's really hard to walk up to somebody and meet them head to head. So let's catch somebody at 1:30 or 1:15 in the afternoon while they're eating with their family and just pull a gun on them around other people eating with their family. You know how big of a punk you gotta be to do something like that, right? That's the ultimate in cowardice. Just to even endanger other people's family for material goods, right? Or somebody is doing well for the community, and they're giving out gifts, turkeys, whatever, and you know that they go take their aunt or grandmother who's sick and in a hospital with cancer, and then you shoot through the cookie store that they go pick up the cookies at from behind, or when they turn around, you shoot through there like 50 times. See how crazy that is? That's insane. That's insane. Because sometimes in a lot of situations, people, and I would say about 70% of the situations, right? Because we always got to give that 30%. Some people call things upon themselves, right? Not necessarily like bringing death upon them, but bringing you have to test what you put out in the world. There's always somebody to test you what you put out in the world. If you're saying you're this, there's definitely going to be somebody sitting around like, I want to put that to the test for whatever reason, whether they know you or not. I guess that's life. But for the most part, you are really just seeing the weakness of mind in folks, the weakness of emotional state. And just not knowing the real value of things, right? Like, okay, you steal this person's necklace or watch, especially if it's a necklace or a ring or a bracelet. Jewelry is really only significant to the owner. It only means something to the owner. It has sentimental value because depending on the market of the metal at the time, if a person brought something for $200,000 5 years ago, yeah, if gold is down now, that 200,000 might only be like 80,000 right now, right? Or it might be damn near worthless, depending on the type of metals they use. So robbing somebody and killing somebody over a sentimental value to them, it's kind of crazy. But we've been seeing that, right? And it's a culture of wanting to do that, to own somebody else's wealth or own what you think will bring you that feeling that that person has, especially when they've worked hard for it. So that's all I got this morning. That's the 4 imps of the 4 negatives. And then we're going to get into those 4 negatives next Monday jump off. But I really wanted to talk about that because cowardice, laziness, entitlement, and weakness is the heavy, heavy crown, heavy, heavy, heavy stone placements of a hater, and you just got to accept that. And we've been seeing it in every hood since forever. Nothing's really changed. The only thing that's changed is how brazen people have become. But it was still brazen even back then, right? So I say all that to say this. Remember, you are the king and queen, the god and goddess of your existence. Make the best of it. Do the most optimal things in life. And I'll be seeing you next week. Peace.